It's Week 11 of the National Football League. And the spotlight is on these Chiefs' superstar wide receiver, who's third in the league in catches this season and ready for more this week. It's the Chiefs and the Bills. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. Good return, but he pays the price at the end. Picked up and thrown down. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes. Understand, what is the defense looking to do today, and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success?
He'll be close to a first down. A little short, that tackle made at the 42. Trying to avoid the early 3 and out. They face third and a yard. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, Buffalo. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll let this go deep for Gibson. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be second down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple. On third down, it's Williams. He'll try and get there on the ground. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He'll take a shot for Watson. And he will score. Justin Watson, touchdown Bills. That touchdown #1 for him on the year. They find the end zone here on the opening drive, and Greg, they're able to do it in the air.
Mike, it makes you wonder, is this drive a sign of things to come? I mean, this secondary, they had their hands full there. Are we going to see it repeated throughout the rest of this game, or are they going to have some answers on defense?
This taken at the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the big fella, 6'5" quarterback Josh Allen.
He's coming off a really nice 3-touchdown performance in last week's win, Mike, but outside of that one errant throw, he did a really nice job of protecting the ball and was seemingly in control the entire game. This defense all week, they talked about trying to bait him into making some mistakes, so he's got to be careful about falling into the trap. But if he does that, I tell you what, I really like their chances. So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. Allen. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
On fourth down, on is the Chiefs' new punter for 2024, Matt Araiza, as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50 and set up the offense with a short field. The Bills' offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. This one quickly out to Lockett, and he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
At the 48-yard line.
Shaheed in motion. Williams to throw on second down. His pass taken in by Shaheed. 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
On third down, and they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
This is a great example of the game within the game. They're making what they call Mike declaration, and that's what sets the responsibilities of all the protectors. And in this case, the Mike was the one who came. He's unblocked, and he's able to get home.
On fourth down, here's Blake Gillikin to punt. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The visitors' offense. And Josh Allen headed back onto the field. He's building a case for the MVP. He is the leader in the NFL in touchdown passes as we move into the back half of the season. He's going to put it up, take a shot for Hopkins.
His offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes.
To the rookie from Texas A&M. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
They'll run. This is Hall. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll send the tight end in motion right. Another run here with Hall. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. They'll put Everett in motion here. 3rd and 2. Now Allen. 14 on the pickup. And the Chiefs have a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup.
And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
A I'll tell you what, if the offensive linemen had the same level of fight and effort that the quarterback did, they wouldn't be in this situation. It's a shame because that individual effort went a long way towards extending that play, and it still ended up resulting in a sack.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's caught left side by Bowers. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he missed it. It's no good. 1st and 10. And they are not able to draw closer. Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Lockett headed in motion. They'll go play action here with Williams. And he will go all the way. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Buffalo.
This is kind of the feast or famine anytime a defensive coordinator dials up a man pressure, and when you don't get home, it just puts so much stress on your secondary, Mike. They feel like they're out there defending their man for an eternity, and the quarterback had his opportunity to find his matchup, good protection up front, and they just couldn't hold up in coverage long enough, and they give up a big touchdown.
The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Bills move out on top, 14-0. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This one taken at the 7. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. On 1st down, it's Allen. That one complete to Johnson. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. Allen working from the pistol. He finds the big tight end. That's Gerald Everett. 18 yards on the connection. Good for a Chiefs 1st down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Allen. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. Throwing again, it's Allen. And a good job to make sure he didn't get loose. Brought down around the 7. So we are through one here in one of the best rivalries in the league today. 14-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Try it again here from the 7-yard line, 2nd down and goal. They'll put Everett in motion here. Here's Hall. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's all. 3rd and goal coming up. From the gun, Josh Allen. He'll try to... And he's into the end zone. Josh Allen. Touchdown, Kansas City. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Makes the score Bills 14, Chiefs 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bills offense and DK Metcalf getting set for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's Williams now to throw. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. That is caught. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
As that play unfolded, Mike, I thought he was going to have a chance to find the end zone for the 2nd time here today. And I'll be honest, if I'm the play caller, at the end of this drive, I might give him one more shot at the end zone. But either way, they got to be thinking coming away here with 6.
Here's 1st and 10. Lockett headed in motion. Shaheed with the catch. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 8-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
3rd down and 2.
On the bootleg, it's Williams. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Bills build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and Breece Hall getting set for this next drive. And he's made a big impact in the passing game. As you look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, his name right there at the top. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Allen will throw. That's made right side. It's Johnson. They get 12 yards on that pass. 1st down, KC. Quick throw here, taken by Hopkins. Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Allen. Open man downfield. He's got his tight end, Bowers. A big pickup there for the Chiefs. And even 30 yards.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
Play action. It's Allen. He's going to run it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Bills have got it. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet, but then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway.
He finds Metcalf on the slant. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Lockett headed in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Williams. A pass complete to the tight end, Evan Ingram. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. Over the middle, Metcalf has it. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the handoff, this is Warren. And he'll manage to work this forward to the 37. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, there to stop him. 2nd down and 8. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And he's trying to turn the corner, but will not do it. Brought down behind the line. 3rd and 9.
It's now 3rd and 9.
Lockett headed in motion. On 3rd down, it's Williams. He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
2nd down and 3. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. Williams to throw on 2nd down. He has Lockett over the middle. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That's good for a Buffalo Bills.
Off play action. Here's Williams. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. There's a short one taken by Ingram. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. Lockett headed in motion. To throw it again, it's Williams. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. try again. It's 2nd and 10. The tight end Moreau is in motion. Throwing again, Williams. He's got a man. It's Metcalf. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Important one here. Want to keep this drive moving. Got to pick up 3rd and 4. They'll motion over Metcalf. This one caught at the 4. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal. Two minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back in Buffalo after this. This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. That is caught, and he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Shaheed in motion. And he'll take it on in. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, Bills. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. A return now from the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The motion man is Johnson. Throwing now, Allen here on 1st down. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. From the gun, it's Allen. Right back to Johnson. He's got it again. That is catch number 60 for the season.
1st down, Kansas City.
On 1st down, it's Allen. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. One more time going up top with Allen. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Now Allen facing 3rd and long. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Trent McDuffie. And the Bills will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Let's give credit where credit's due. Defensively, finding yourself down by this much at this stage of the game, they could just pack it in. They could say, all right, this one's over. We're moving on to next week. They're continuing to play hard. They're continuing to get after the quarterback, and nice start to this drive.
On second down, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and third down coming up. On third down, it's Williams from the gun. That's over the middle to the tight end Ingram. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we have come to halftime here at Orchard Park with the Bills out front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where you see the final score there. Christian McCaffrey over.
And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. This returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he is in the midst of a sensational season, currently second in the NFL in passing yards. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Trent McDuffie up from his corner spot there on the tackle. They'll come up on a second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. Here's a third down and 4. Allen working from the pistol. He's going to let this one go deep.
We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off. And now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on 1 or 2 of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bills offense and Caleb Williams set to take over once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup. I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Shaheed with the catch. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
That's caught left side by Ingram. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. 2nd and a yard. Lockett headed in motion. Throwing on second down, Williams. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run it here with Warren. And he didn't need much. I don't think he got there. It's going to depend on the spot. Looks like he is short on that one.
That's really well done defensively, Mike. The key to these situations is you got to engage with the blocker, bottle it up, but then you have to get off the block, find the ball, bring them down. That's exactly what they do. No gain, 4th down.
They'll try it now with Warren. And he's going to have the Bills' 1st down. They'll wind up getting close to 10 yards on 4th and 1.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots. The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Buffalo. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the 1st half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Chiefs offense ready to get back at it. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Allen. Catch made, right side. It's Johnson. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down. Now a handoff, running right. It'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now Allen. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that. So it's a win here for the Bills. And right away you can point to the turnover battle.